everybody, I'm Merisu the Art Sheep, and thank you so much for checking out this video, and I am back with a video. It's been a long month. I've just not been in the vibes, but I'm back. I got my mojo back, and I'm here with the speed paint. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about the speed paint. And what is it that we are drawing in this speed paint? Well, it is Maomao from the new anime Apothecary Diaries. Well, I give my no script review of this series, so enjoy. So if you guys don't know me, you might not know this, but I don't really watch current running animes, like, at all. Mainly because I just don't really like being a part of the current fandom. I don't really like being in... Look, I don't really want to know, okay, is this going to... Because there's been so many times where I watch a show and it just doesn't end very satisfying, or it just doesn't continue at all because it got no season 2. And this isn't just a problem with anime, this is a problem with so many TV shows, so many movies, and I really just don't like it how so many things don't get endings, so I'd rather wait until things are finished. Now, I don't watch, like, I'm not gonna be one of those people who's like, I only watch the old stuff from the 1970s that's super obscure. No, I watch the newer stuff. I watch a lot of newer animes. I don't watch actually that many older animes. And the few that I do watch that are considered old are very popular, like Evangelion, so it's not like it's anything like that obscure or rare. But anyway, my point being is I don't really like watching things currently. And if I do watch something currently, I'll still wait until it's like halfway through. So for like My Hero Academia, I waited until season 3 to start watching it. I didn't really even have an interest in the show until about season 3. So season 3 had finished, and then I watched season 4 live with everybody else. Is Demon Slayer, I waited until it got to episode 20, I think, to watch it. Yeah, episode 20 to watch it, and then I watched it live with everybody else. And for this show, the Apothecary Diaries, I wasn't really gonna watch it at all, but then I just started hearing more and more good things about it, and it got me to the point where I really wanted to check it out. And it came down to a choice between this or Farron, because I knew I wanted to watch them in the sub, and when I watch animes in the sub, I obviously can't draw at the same time, so it's like, okay, I can only watch one sub anime at a time because that takes away time for my drawing if I was going to do it. And in the end, the Gremlin Apothecary beat out the small elf girl. I do want to watch Farron though, but for now, I watch Apothecary Diaries. And I think one reason why I was a little hesitant to watch Apothecary Diaries is because it kind of was reminding me of Yona the Dawn. So for those who do not know, Yona the Dawn is a show that's very similar in the sense that they both take place in a kind of fictionalized version of China that's loosely based off of a certain period within China, but at the same time it's its own kingdom, so it's got its own rules and its own power structures, so that way, the author can be more liberal with how the universe works. But both of them are really well built in their universe. That is one thing I will say. But Yona the Dawn, it didn't finish, and I was like so bummed. So I started buying the manga in hopes that it would finish. Like, I was like, if I buy the manga, then maybe it will get good, sales. And then the anime, it's been 10 years, and I don't think I'm getting anything. I think it came out in 2014, so yeah, over 10 years. Anyway, this is supposed to be about Apothecary Diaries, but I'm still talking about Yona the Dawn. Anyway, I started reading the manga, and I just stopped by... I own all the books up to 27, but I haven't even read 26 and 27. I'm on 25. I'm in the middle of it. I haven't finished it, and if I do go back to it, I gotta probably read the series all over again, because I'm just like, I don't remember. And the reason why I stopped was just, like, again, the problem that I have with so many shows these days is it just feels like they're going nowhere. They're wasting my time. They don't know what direction they even want to take the story. It's just like, it's all over the place, and I just don't like it. And I don't like how things are always feeling like they're owed their time. I want things to be satisfying. It's like, if I'm going to give you my time, then you gotta prove to me that you're worth it. But Nonetheless, there was too many positive things that I was hearing about Apothecary Diaries, and I really did want to watch a new one, so in the end, I decided to give it a shot, and by the time I did, Season 1 was already over for quite a while, and Season 2 was going to be coming out this year. In fact, as I was watching it, Season 2 just started. No, Season 2 hadn't started yet. I wanted to finish Season 1, I wanted to finish Season 1 before Season 2 started, and it was actually probably it was good timing, because that's when I got sick. Was my HPI lawyer, and I was all doped up on drugs, so I couldn't think and do anything outside of just watch anime and be lazy, and then I like totally crashed out and I couldn't even do that anymore. But anyway, this was what I occupied my time with for a little bit of the beginning part of my sickness, and it was definitely nice watching it. And so what did I think about the anime? Well, I don't think, now warning, opinions incoming. You might not agree. That's fine. If you like the show, that's fine. Now, I'm going to be honest, I do really like the show. You're probably thinking I'm going to say I dislike the show. I really do like the show, but I wouldn't say it's not going to be in my top 10. In fact, Yona the Dawn isn't even in my top. So, Yona the Dawn used to be like in my top 20. No, it used to be in my top 10. And then it went down to my top 10s, and now I think it's like on 20. And to be honest, when I rewatched it, I'm not even sure if it would still be there. It all depends on how it ends. It's just like, it's still going. It's still going. It's never ending. With this, I'm not sure if I would put it above Yona, but it definitely wouldn't probably be my top 10. That said, there are a lot of things that I really do like about it. So for those who do not know, the story is about a young girl, I think she's 17, named Maomao, and she lives with her adopted father, who is an apothecary, and because of her father's knowledge in the work of apothecaryism, is that a word? I don't know. She is really good at it too. Like, she studied, she's really, really big on this. She gets really hyper-focused on it. She really does have an absurd passion for drugs. She's a druggie. So she loves all that stuff. But one day she gets kidnapped and sold to the rear palace, where the emperor keeps his concubines. And in the entire setup, there are 4 main concubines, the like head honchos. There is Lady, I'm not gonna remember their designation. I'm just not, and I'm probably gonna get some of these names wrong. So I'm gonna do my best. Correct me if I'm wrong. Nicely. So there's Gyokyo, Gyokyo, Lishu, Adu, and Lishu. Lishu and, Liwa, okay, I said Lishu twice, I think. Liwa and Lishu. And the first ones you are introduced to are Gyokyo and Liwa, and they have both recently given birth to the crown prince and the crown princess, but both of them are sick, the babies and the mothers. And when Maomao ends up hearing about this, she just first doesn't want to get involved at all. I mean, she's like me in that aspect. It's like, keep your head down low, don't get involved, don't do things, just focus on what you gotta do and get it done. She's literally me for real. But in the end, she can't help herself, so she leaves a note saying, hey, this is what's wrong with the babies. You need to get rid of this element that's in their life. It's a face powder, and it's poisoned. It's got like arsenic in it. So get rid of that and they'll live. The consort Liwa does not listen because, well, it's not her who doesn't listen, it's her ladies in waiting. They just like throw away the note. They're not interested. But Lady Gyokosma does end up taking this advice, and when the baby ends up living, she's the one who gave birth to the princess, Lingling, and she's very grateful. And so she asked the eunuch who's in charge of taking care of the consort. So the concubines are all housed together, and there are no men allowed. The only ones who are eunuchs, and they're the ones. And the head eunuch is named Jinshi, and she asked him to take care of the situation. Like, figure out who's, saved my daughter. I want to figure out I said take care of it, like she wants to snuff Maomao out. No, she just wants to figure out who it is so that way she can thank them. And they find out it's Maomao because Maomao is the only one who can read, so he ends up tricking her by writing a note, and it ends up eliciting a reaction out of her. Anyway, when she then goes face to face to Gyokyo, then I keep on saying sama afterwards. Just I watch the sub, so I'm always hearing the sama afterwards. But anyway, Gyokyo thanks her and makes her her lady in waiting, and that's pretty much the entire idea of how Maomao got into their position. And now that she's in it, she then spends her time just basically serving Gyokyo, but she ends up getting involved in different mysteries and stuff, and Jinshi often asks her help because she is very resourceful and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much the premise. It's a mystery drama with some political intrigue and obviously some historical elements. Like I said, it's based off of a fictional version of China. It's not very it's not like real China, but it's, you know, heavily taking from ancient Chinese culture and such. And I gotta say, I really do like that. I really do like so many, like, I love all the outfits, I love the buildings, and I love the I just love all that. So it's very fun to see. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that a little bit later. But I would say probably my biggest flaw with the show is sometimes it can be a little bit boring in some moments. And then another flaw that I would say is the fact that it builds up the tension and you're wondering, okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? And then when it reveals, it just isn't, like, I don't want to say unsatisfying or unclimactic, but it's not as exciting as I thought it would be. Or what it will do is it'll start going in kind of a slow pace, like, instead of like, okay, build up, and then you get that knife of the reveal or the, you know, the conclusion, it's then kind of segues into the next part, so it's more of like a slow transition, so it kind of loses some of that tension. That would probably be my biggest flaws with the show, is just the fact that, to me, personally, my own opinion, just sometimes it just can get a little bit boring. Like, there's some moments where I'm just like, okay, I just kind of, I'm not as interested. The parts that I find most interesting are the parts that are involving the consorts. I really do like that, was the drama and stuff. I mean, it's like almost like a soap opera practically, and I really do enjoy that. The consorts are all very nice ladies. Well, one of them's not even a lady, one of them's a little girl. Because that's the thing that's the thing, it doesn't shy about the dark details. It doesn't. I mean, Maomao was sold, and consorts can be very, very, one of them didn't have an age preference, let's just put it that way. Like, he took him at any age, and that's okay, gross. But it doesn't shy away from that, and I like that. It shows everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I like that. Like, it's not a pretty thing, but hey, that's what happened back then, and it's just like, it's a cruel fact, but at the same time, it doesn't like make every single guy character an unlikable jerkwad. So there's that too, even though this is like, you know, a society that would be very sexist. It's not like, no, every man isn't an idiot. It's not just Jinshi who's nice. And I like that. I like the fact that it's it has very good characters. And like I said, I like the elements with the consorts a lot. And I like the mysteries for the most part. It's mostly when it gets to like the middle parts where it can get a little bit boring, and then like I said, some of the mysteries aren't as good as others. It's not like they're bad, it's just that it could be I've seen more interesting stuff. I'm watching Murder, She Wrote right now with my mom, and some of the earlier episodes of Murder, She Wrote are really good, and the later ones are like, okay, it's kind of reusing the plots. But anyway, I digress. I'm supposed to be talking about this, and I would say that if I had to say anything else negative about the show, would just be that sometimes I don't think it does the best in delivering its payoff. But for the most part, I think it's very good, and I'm definitely having these problems less with season 2. So that is very nice. Like, okay, so in season 2, I think in like several episodes ago, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but in season 2 and several episodes ago, there was this big whole like reveal of something, and then we got this kind of like plot twist, and then something really bad happened, and then you're like, okay, what's gonna happen next? And then, like I said, it kind of just did a slow transition to the next part, and it was like, okay, so not that, it kind of closed the tension. But then with last week's episode, you got the big tension, you got the big build up, and this episode, which just came out today, pulled it off perfectly. Like, absolutely great, and I loved it. So yeah, overall, so far, I haven't finished the series because it's still airing. Season 2 is not over yet. I don't know how many episodes it got. I think season 1 was 24 episodes, so it probably got about 4 more episodes to go. I'm not sure if it's gonna have the same amount. I know not every show's doing like the same equal amount in each season, but so far, I've been enjoying it more than I've not been enjoying it. I probably would give it a 6.5 or 7, and that might sound bad, but to me that's good. 7s are not bad, folks. Neither is 6. That's one thing that people need to know. For me, 5 is average. 5 is plain normal average. Like, that's what's to be expected. 7 is above average, so 6 is above average. So I'm saying it is above average. The things that are also really good is the animation. The animation is really good. It is really beautiful. The backgrounds are gorgeous. Like I said, you get all this ancient Chinese architecture and all the traditional Chinese clothing that I don't know any of the names of, and if I dare try to say it, I'm gonna sound stupid, so I won't say it. But it's just really, really beautiful, and I love how they colored the hair. Like, Maomao's hair is absolutely gorgeous. The consorts look absolutely gorgeous. My favorite one is designs are probably Lishu, because she's got all, I mean, not Liwa, because she's got all the blue in her outfits, and I also like Yoko. And yeah, I think that if I had to say anything else about the show, is that I really do like the voice acting. The voice acting is really good. So I've watched both the dub and the sub. Sub, definitely better. Dub isn't bad, but I've definitely heard worse. I've heard way worse. But, I mean, it could be better. Fun fact, the actress who plays Maomao in the sub is Aoyuki, who is a very talented voice actress in Japan, who's got a wide range. She plays Monica, she plays Lucy from Edge Runner, she plays the little Yahtzee girl from that one Yorojiro Sekai anime. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. Tanya Saga of the End. Yeah, that's it. So she's got a really wide range, and she's very talented. One of my favorite. She also sings really good, too. And like I said, she plays Lucy from Edge Runner. The actress who plays Maomao in the dub is Emmy Lowe, who also plays Lucy from Edge Runner. She's pretty good. Got stupid Monica Ryle to play one of the consorts, and I hate the character because Monica Ryle plays her. I just don't like her voice acting. She's not very good, in my opinion. She's overrated, but whatever. Anyway, talking a little bit about the drawing now, before this ends. So the concept that I came up with was highly inspired by the first and last opening. Be a Flower, and I don't remember. It's the current opening right now for season 2's second opening. I really did like the idea with all the clovers and the bandages unwinding, and the flowers in the background are all ripped straight from the Be a Flower opening, the first opening, which that was never a reason why I started watching it, because I watched the Be the Flower opening and was just like, this is so gorgeous. Like, it's absolutely seductingly, absolutely beyond beautiful, and I just couldn't get over it. That's one of the reasons why I just had to watch the show. And yeah, it's really, really good. The openings are really good. I think the only opening song that I don't really like is season 1 part 2's opening. I don't remember the name, but to be fair to that, I don't remember the season 2's openings, either one of them, because I don't know the English names to them, and the Japanese names I don't remember. I just don't, but they're rarely good. I do like the openings for season 2 and both of the openings for season 2, but my favorite one is Be a Flower, and it's really pretty. So anyway, that's where I came up with the concept. I drew the flowers all myself because I wanted to put a lot of work and effort into this, and I'm so surprised. I really seriously thought I was not going to be able to finish this anime in this drawing in time. But I actually did. I finished it today, and hopefully I get the speed paint out today. Like, I was so surprised that I was able to pull that off. I really did not think I was going to do it, but I really wanted to give it a shot, and I did. And it doesn't seem rushed, and the fact that I haven't been drawing, like, illustrations for a while, I thought I'd be a little bit out of it, but no, I'm really satisfied with this drawing. I think it looks really pretty. I love how I did everything. I'm not sure where I got the idea of Maomao just holding, like, I think I was originally going to have her hold a lotus, but then when I noticed the yellow flowers was the clovers, I was like, okay, that's what I gotta do, and it just all came out so naturally, and her hair is just so fun to draw. You don't get that many main girl characters with green hair. Like, I see a lot of side girl characters with green hair, and even then, it's mostly, like, in, like, harem animes. It's not really in, like, big-time name animes. I'm not saying there isn't any. I can think of some, quite a bit. But it's not the most common hair color. So, I think in the novel, she had black hair, and then in the light novel, they changed to green. I definitely think that made her stand out a little bit more. I actually like Jinshi's novel design better than the anime. It's not bad. But I like the way his face and hair looks better. I would say my favorite character is Maomao, naturally. I just love her character. Like I said, she reminds me a lot of me, and also kind of how I write my characters. And she's just a really good female character. Like, we get so many girl bosses now, and it's just so nice to see a character who's got her strong personality, but she's not like a girl boss, and she has her limits, and the things that she's good at, it makes sense of why she's good at, because, okay, she's good at medicine because she studied in medicine, because her father was a doctor and such like that. She knows about certain elements of consorts and stuff like that because she lived near a brothel, so she has knowledge in that. So everything that she has knowledge in makes sense, and there are a lot of things that she's not knowledgeable. In fact, there's one moment where she gets whacked in the face. It's quite horrible, actually. They show her face all bruised up. I actually saw that scene before I saw anything else, so I actually had that spoiled to me. I actually knew going in that the main character, Jinshi, I knew the plot twist about him before it was even revealed, because I just knew that there was going to be more to him, and I got it right on the money, because it was kind of obvious. But like I said, I'm not gonna go into spoilers, so I won't really say that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about the show. If there's anything else that I'm trying to think of about the drawing that I missed, like I said, I drew all the flowers by myself. Well, not true. The chrysanthemum, I got that from an asset, but I drew over it, mainly because it was just like, okay, I realized I did want to actually try to get this done. I didn't want to rush on it, but at the same time, it's like, I didn't want to take that long, so I drew those, like, was the assets. Same thing was the blue roses, and those the clovers. I used a brush, and I wasn't going to individually color those, so I just, like, lazily slopped color on top of them, because it's like, nope. I didn't even think it would be worth it. So anyway, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like, do all the YouTube things. If you didn't, thank you for watching this far anyway. I will be back with another video, hopefully real soon. I'm back into the mojo, folks, so hopefully I can get back onto a regular pace. Until then, bye! Or as I like to say, ciao mao!